Bonjour everybody, welcome back to my studio. This week is gonna be really interesting. If you remember last time, my last cartoon, we did Biggie the Piggy that I'm going to show you here. So this is Biggie the Piggy who is in love. Oh, Colin, I can't wait to see Domino. He's in love with a pig called Domino. And so now what we are going to do, we are going to take Biggie the Piggy and do the cartoon of him running away. So we are going to flip it over and we are going to look at his back when he is running. So everything that you see here is going to be flipped over, okay? So I will show you regularly the original painting of Biggie coming from the front while we are actually painting the one from the back, so you will understand where I'm coming from. I'll give you an example with the light. The light come from here. We can see the shadows are all here. So the light come from here. And on the flip side, then the light will come the opposite way. For example, that stone will find itself here. That leg will find itself here. That leg here, etc., etc. So we are going to go for it. So like last week, I'm going to put it there so it's accessible for me. And like last week, I would say regarding the material that still use your pencil and eraser, at least have them ready, even though we are going to go straight with our two black pens. And I'm going to start, so we've got one thin one as usual and one thicker one here. And I'm going to start with the sketch with the thin one directly on the paper. And I've got my water, I've got some brushes, different type of brushes, and I also have, of course, my paint here, which is watercolor paint. But you can use really whatever you like when it comes to the coloring. If you're more comfortable with color pencil, go for it. So let's start. So you've seen Biggie the Piggy, so it's going to be the same composition. So we are going to take it about here, and we are going to do the if you've done Biggie the Piggy from the front, it's gonna be very similar. And then I'm going to do some hair. So we start exactly the same way. The Mohican, Biggie has got his Mohican, and woohoo! So we do it like that. Whoa, some hair. And that is the top of his head. And if you remember, his shape is very much like a trapeze. You know, that's a trapeze, like that, but rounded. Everything is rounded with Big. So we are going to go... His ears are in the front. So in the first one, I'll show you again. In the first one, you can see we stop, start again. You know, we stop here and start again, stop here, start again. But because it's the back, we are going to carry on, okay? So we are going to carry on the line. So I'm thinking trapeze shape, and I'm going to go like that. Keep a thin line for now. We are going to thicken everything eventually. And I'm keeping a thin line for now. So you see, this is curved. I'm tapering down. I'm gonna stop there because what's happening here is that I'm going to have the back thighs that are going to show. So here they don't show. They are at the back of his. He's got the thighs. If we imagine the thighs, there would be a muscle of the back leg here and a muscle of the back leg here. So that is going to appear actually on our cartoon here. So how are we going to do that? Well, I think it's gonna start around here probably. And we are drawing, at the moment, we are drawing this leg, okay? So this leg is tucked under, yeah? It's a little bit tucked under. This one is sticking out. So that's going to be the tucked under, and that's going to be the one sticking out. So let's do this. So the tucked under, we probably have like muscle showing there. And then probably it's going to go a little bit like, whoop, a bit like that. And it's tucked under. So go maybe my leg. I also maybe because you never know. You kind of like, it's not a guess, but sometimes the line falls on their own, shall we say? And this is what makes it very special and unique, by the way. That's the gift that you have as a human. Everything you do is unique. And then I've got the hoof that goes like that. So why do I do it like that? It's a curve. It's a curve up here. Sorry, that's actually this one. This is a curve up, or let's say like a sad smile, and it becomes a big smile. You see? Curve. The curve is going down. The curve is going up. The curve is going down. Right. So I carry on. Probably is gonna go a little bit like that, and then that is going to be his bottom is too funny, and his bottom is gonna be, so imaginary line, and I start here. Okay, so it's gonna be his bottom. So as I imaginary line, I want the middle. If that helps you do that, yeah? Because I want the middle, because I'm going to create a little bit of a bottom to him, just like that, whoop, whoo, like that, okay? So now I'm gonna start the other thigh. So the other thigh is gonna be the leg sticking out. This one is gonna be this leg. So I'll just leave it there for you. So the leg sticking out, we're going to have certainly the thigh sticking out a little bit, because we can see it sticking out a little bit, just like this. And then I think about there, it's gonna go like that, whoop, and then we've got the hoof or the foot up. And like the other, so this one is going whoo, like that. So this one is going to go the other way around. So it almost shows that the foot is going, you know, forward. It's going sideways anyway, which is actually the funny part of it. And so now we got that imaginary line, just to see where the bottom is going to probably start. So it's going to be certainly around here, his little bottom. So imaginary line, yeah, I am on the same line. So what I do is almost straight, but not quite. We are on a very, very wide curve. And it's gonna go like that. And then it's just for a little funny effect, you know. We're doing a bottom that makes everybody laugh. A big bottom. And then a little line here, boop, is just to show, is just to emphasize the bottom of the pig, only because it's funny. So now if you remember, we've got, on Biggie, we've got these legs, the front legs. So one of them is really in the front, which is going to be here. And one of them is more in the back, which is going to be here. So let's go and do that. So we got this one here, the front one, and I think it's gonna be, if Biggie is turned around, it's gonna be around here. So it can be like a little bit of a big exercise in your head when you're not used to that. Some people have more facilities than others doing that, just because of the way their brain is wired. And it's only because it doesn't mean you are more or less clever than others if you can't do it, because you can do it by exercising this. It can be, some people just have it and well done them, they don't have to work on it, but that's a skill that you can work on. I would say that is a little bit like being able to see where you are geographically is the same thing, or reading a plan and elevations. A lot of people really struggle with that, but that's something that is definitely can be learned. So I would not worry if I can do it. And for this one, just follow my lead as well. And we've got, woo! So we've got our, because they are like from the back, and they're really from the back, we don't have, you know, they're all, you know, we don't have like any that is going to not have the line of the body. So we got the line of the body actually cutting them off. Okay? And now, of course, Biggie is having a tail. We love his tail. And as I said, pigs, in previous cartoons with pigs, pigs don't always have a curly tail. They, how are we going to do that? I'm thinking at the same time. Oh, we're going to do that this way. Whoop, 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 whoop. You can do the little noise that I do as well. It does help. Well, it helped me. It helps me. And it's probably going to go like that and like that. So it's returned on itself. So he's got a curly tail. And yeah, not all pigs have curly tails, but this is the way they are more often than not represented in cartoons. So when it comes to the ears, we got one that is folded here, one folded and one straight up. So we are going to flip that. We're going to have one straight up and one folded, but from the back. So let's do this. So what's going to happen is going to be very simple. We're going to start with the one that is up. So the one that is up goes that like, and we back. Wow! One up, and then the one that is folded. So we're starting approximately the same level up here, and we're going to go. There you go. Okay, so now Biggie the Piggy. Yes, Caroline. I didn't draw a mask. Caroline, I have it. Look at that. Oh, I'm so happy. I can't wait to see Domino. So now we are going to have all the hardware, all the ground. So let's do the ground. So the ground is like that. Flip it over. Now, because Biggie the Piggy, probably if that's one cartoon, one square. So Biggie the Piggy moving forward. Oh, I'm going to see Domino. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm free. Domino, I'm coming. And then the second cartoon window is gonna be that one. The ground might have changed in between because he would have moved forward. So it doesn't matter if you do exactly the same. But for the sake of the cartoon, I'm going to do the same but flipped. Okay, like mirrored. So let's go. So what we have, we keep it as on the first one. We keep the ground like way down from his body because it makes it look like he is actually you know, off the floor. So that gives an idea of movement. And so we are going to keep that effect. So we are going to have that stone that we've drawn first around here. That one, like that. Don't forget, if you start doing the shadows with the pens, the shadows are going to come, the sun comes from here, so the shadows are going to be here, yeah? You got to be careful with that, because when you turn around, you don't want to make that mistake. And that is silly, but the brain is very clever for that. If you, I'm going to do the other stone, little stone here. When you do a cartoon, a painting or something, and sometimes you look at it. I mean, not you do, but you look at somebody else's work, and you can tell whether it's good or not, just because your brain is quite clever like that. And when it tells you, there is something that is not quite right, but you can't really tell what it is. It's usually little things like that, because your brain is so used to know exactly where the shadow should be, that when actually this is not right, your brain will pick it up and feel like, there is something that is not quite there yet. So you know, the brain that we've got is very clever. We know what's right and what's not. So yeah, you know, it's a sort of instinct. You've got to believe it sometimes. And I would say probably most of the time. And animals, actually, talking about animals, I'm doing the dust here. Ooh, you know. And also we've got, because he's going fast, we've got some little piece of stone like flicking off, like that. Ooh! And we can actually do, You know, I didn't do it on the first one, but we can do some of these very fast line that actually are going to show that effect. And then at the end of the line, you draw a little stone that is flicking off, or several of them. And don't forget, the big one actually are closer to the ground. The small one can flick up because they are lighter. What else have we got? I think we're good. I think we're good. So you see, we got the dust. So the dust. So let me see what I've done last time. I've done a dust and a bit. So that one. So the dust. The other piece of dust would probably be around here. So we're going to do that. Up and up. We do that little dusty effect. Whoop, whoop. Et voilà. So, et voilà in French, that means, there you go. Very simple. So we don't have eyes, we don't have mouths today, because we got a big bottom. Coran, did you say I'm big? Oh, sorry, Biggie. But you know, even if he runs, I'm going to go with, in the same time with my thick pen and do the shadow. So don't forget the shadow are sun coming here, okay? So that means we'll have the thicker line. They are going to come this way this time, which is not my usual. I like, there is always a preference when you draw regularly. There's always a preference where you like the shadows and all that. I mean, when you do cartoon or where you do imaginary drawing, if you draw nature, that's completely different. You stick to nature. Like if you are outside painting, doing some plein air painting, which I would recommend to anyone who love nature. Go outside and paint with your easel. Paint what you see. It's incredible how good you get at looking properly. We need to learn how to look. We don't look enough. Sometimes you think about, you think about a place or an animal that you know very well, try to draw it, and you can't. Because it's almost look like you haven't really looked at it, and once it's in front of you, you say, oh yeah, that's how it works. So plein air painting for that, when it comes to landscape, is absolutely brilliant. Or even drawing people. Anatomy is a difficult one as well. So we are going to have certainly some thick line here. Oh yeah, I was talking about pigs running. Well, pigs don't sweat. So when you see, some people who don't know about pig, they're like, oh, poor pig, his pen is full of mud and all that. That's what they create themselves. They want this. And they want this why? Because pigs can't sweat. And they need to cool themselves down regularly. And so they do have part of their pen that they make as mud. And they want that. So there is always a part of their pen. So they are very clean. They are very clean. So they are never going to have a poo where they eat. That's the thing about pigs. The other thing is, there is always part of their pen that they want muddy and full of water to be able to cool themselves down and probably wash themselves as well from potential parasite like skin parasite and things like that. So because the mud is very good, there's a lot of minerals in it. As long as there is no pollution in it, this is actually extremely good. So let me have a look where we are at. Okay, that's good. And here. Up. Okay. The ear here, I think, is going to have a nice shadow. And probably just a tiny bit here and here. Okay, so we are having our biggie. Coran, you forgot my tail. Oh, sorry. So yeah, that's interesting because some people might feel, because you attempt to think about it as on a human perspective. Say, oh, look at that poor pig with his pen completely disgusting. But they are not the same as us. They are not the same as us. They have not the same needs and wants. So for now, we're going to paint it now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my pen. You take your pens, whatever you want, you know. So look at this. Biggie from the front, Biggie from the back. So I'm going to use my paint. I'm going to do the same thing. So what I've got in this one, I've got some pink mixed with a little bit of orange, I think I did. And the hoofs are like a dirty blue, what I call a dirty blue. This is a blue that I really like, actually. And then same dirty blue, but because it's watercolor, I just water it down. So it's more, it's lighter. And then we are going to have some brown, probably that brown here, on the mud and the reflection of the, you know, so reflection of the sky. That's why we got some blue on the ground, by the way. Reflection of the sky, and also the muddy, the mud color, and of course the heart. Oh, we didn't do the heart. The heart are going to be and a lovely red color. You forgot my heart. Oh, sorry. Let's do the heart. So the heart, I'll do a big heart here. Ooh. And then what I do is a wiggly, just like that. So as I said on the last one, when we do the front one, that works like that. You don't need to go further. It means you got enough meaning in that picture to know what's happening. But what I did is like some lines that come from the middle. So middle of the page, which is approximately the tail of Biggie. And we go up, up. I always take my middle again, because if you don't, you might have some line that goes like that, and it will look wrong. Okay, so up, 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 up. And you remember how to say pig in French? Cochon. Yeah, cochon. Un cochon amoureux. We've seen that. Un cochon amoureux. And then on these, I'm going to put some little heart. Big heart. Medium heart. Big heart. Little heart. And a little heart. A big heart. Medium heart. Little heart. Big heart. And I put the heart like also going towards the middle as well. So here we are. We've got a lovely Biggie, and now we are going to paint. So let's start now.
Cartoons with Caroline, what a thrill. Drawing animals' faces that fill. A dash of French, let your talent shine. Creativity flows, it's cartoon time. Characters big, bursting with cheer. Draw along with laughter, bring them near. Let's create a world, let our dreams compile. Cartoons with Caroline, come join us and smile.
Oh, look at Biggie. This is amazing. So this one actually takes practically no time, because we already know the composition and all that. So as usual, never forget to sign your drawing. And I'm going to show you Biggie. So we got Biggie from the back and Biggie from the front. Biggie from the front. Oh, Caroline, I'm going to go and see Domino. Biggie, now. Yes, I'm off. I'm going to see Domino. So there you go. We've got two sort of window, like if we were doing a cartoon. What do you call that in English? Probably a comic. You know, we would have like in French we call that vignettes, so the windows. One window, two window, and I think we need probably one window, two window, and then a big window with Domino being grumpy because Biggie is disturbing her sleep, because he does that all the time at the farm. So this is the idea, but I hope you really enjoy drawing Biggie from the back, from the front, and start creating a little story as well. So as usual, we've got a lot of merchandise on the shop with our animals, and I think I will eventually do something with Biggie. Biggie is a big part of the farm. All our animals are, but like I had done for Christmas, the Christmas mug with our lovely cats, so Violet, Bobby, and Velcro Pumpkin. But there is much more to look at on the shop with our animals. So I will put a link below of the shop in general, so you can look at what we've got and have fun, because it's all about actually creating smiles. Caroline, I got a big smile here. Yeah. So tell me, Biggie. Yes, Caroline? What is it? How do you say I am in love in French? Je suis amoureux. Bravo. Je suis amoureux. So I hope you have a lovely time, and we will see you for the next one. Au revoir à tous. Au revoir à tous.